Tell me when you're ready. Mic test, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Mic test, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Mikel Arteta previewing Brentford. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He likes to sit back. Can you hear from back here? Hi. How's audio levels? Everyone good? Yeah? You boys good back there? We can swap seats.
One, two, three. Arsenal. Arsenal. Declan Rice, Arsenal.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's good.
Cool.
It's good. Thank you.
very strongly though, wasn't he?
I know Arnold Lee.
Really good answers.
Yeah, it was.
Proper media trained.
Ironside. Pascal.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, no, he's quite short. I think he's still quite short. Yeah, but yeah, that aside, I do think that could elaborate more because sometimes it goes against the top down.
still when they can't even do it.
Disturbing someone. Didn't realise it was the translator in the back trying to chill.
Didn't say it with enough gravel.
We just hit steps.
Do you like that he's still there? Doubling down.
Yeah.
When in doubt, double down.
I think it's because I've just seen all the.
No, stay forever. Stay
I
forever.
love when he said,
Guys,
I've asked him, it was 2 years ago.
health and safety issues, everything.
No, you were making a point.
You do what you want.
Oh, it's brilliant. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Edge like that, much like that.
Mikel Mourinho's goal.
It's a bit of a shame it's kind of been forgotten about, isn't it? It was a great goal under normal circumstances. You wonder whether if he was doing that in Australia, he'd be on a short list of strikers that Arsenal might sign.
We'd have to, yeah, but being signed by he's leaving the Bayern in his real major game.
Still nothing wrong with it, so.
I walked in the nest for the first time in March. I didn't realise how quick it is if you go through the.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, it's unbelievable. Literally under 10 minutes. If you cross literally the road through that path down the stairs, brings you out into the car park. Yeah. Yeah, and then you've got to go through the. You literally brings you out at the M&S. Straight out of the training ground, straight across where you see like the path into the field, and you walk through, and there's some stairs taking you down. Just follow the path around, and it brings you into the car park.
How long does that take?
Under 10 minutes. Yeah, I did it literally last week for the first time.
You go out, you go for all those, go home.
And then the summer. What I usually do is go down the back,
Go on.
Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Same across 7 mics on either side. If you could raise your hands, let us know you'd like to ask a question. We'll come to as many of you as we can. We'll set an embargo part way through for 10:30 this evening. Start with Simon, please, Alice.
Pep, I know you've had quite a few games using semi-automated offsides in UEFA competition and also in the FA Cup, but tomorrow your game will be the first match in the Premier League to use that. In your experience, does it make any difference at all to VAR or the speed with which the game is played?
I think the reason why is do it quicker, right?
Yeah.
As much as offside is offside, is not offside, no offside. Well done, welcome. Will be better.
During this week, we've had it confirmed that the Premier League will get 5 Champions League places next season. Does that affect your thinking at all? I think most people look at your squad and think City will finish in the top 5 definitely, but you're not in the top 5 at the moment. What is your view looking ahead to the rest of the season? Are you confident that that is where you will finish?
Well, we are better. It's better to have 5 teams instead of 4 for the situation they have, but they have 7, 8 contenders, so we'll be until the last moment. And I'm not agree with you. We don't have the squad. We don't have the squad all season, so we don't have neither. We have 3 center defenders out that play the final Champions League. We have a better striker out until almost last 1 or 2 games, so we don't have the squad. We didn't have the squad.
Hi, Pep. You spoke about Kevin De Bruyne's news last week. We've heard today that Mo Salah is going to be staying in the Premier League with Liverpool for another 2 years. How important is it that fans appreciate these great players while they're still playing in England?
That's good. You have to ask to Aaron Slot and the fans of Liverpool. But, of course, there's no doubt the quality of Mo Salah.
Just in terms of your team, we saw Nico O'Reilly come on at Bournemouth and have a big impact. He's played the last 2 games at left-back for you. But he says his best position is a box-to-box midfielder. Where do you see him long-term in your team?
Well, he's box-to-box, had to side-to-side. So can do it in the same power. He's performing really well. We're really pleased.
Hi, Pep. Just looking back to the derby, I know you gave your opinion on the chant he gamed at Phil Foden, but there was also an incident involving Jack Grealish as well after the game. Just wondering, how have both players been since?
It's happening everywhere. So it's a crazy world, right? And everything happened all around the world, not just in the sport issues. So, and nobody is aware of that. So it's not about United, but United, of course, is beyond of that person that don't defend where United is. Well, that happens sometimes in our club, but it's not a problem about a specific club, a specific departments of world football. So happening in everywhere. It's just to take a look around and you'll realize that I think we are not in the right path.
So how have Jack and Phil been? Have they been bothered by what's occurred?
Well, he doesn't feel good, but move forward.
Hi, Pep. You were just talking about not having the squad. Just wondering, sort of, at the moment, what is the injury situation? Are there any of the sort of players that have been out for a while
Still
close to coming
injured.
back?
They are still injured. We'll see.
How difficult is this situation then?
It happened all season. We adapt. and you can see it as a problem, as a challenge. You can see that the position that you are is a disaster and could be worse. So I'm really satisfied for the way we handle it, for the situations that have been where we are. We have a challenge to qualify for the Champions next season. And this is what we have to do, especially in our home games. The difficult ones we have in away as well, but especially at home. And tomorrow is when the team is in incredible top form in the last month, 2 months, and always have been difficult, Crystal Palace here. I admire a lot his manager, the way they play, so the talent, the physicality they have, there's no doubts about that. But in the same times, optimistic to finish well this season.
And with the injury situation, the long season you've got, the very short pre-season, how crucial is it going to be, especially with the likes of Kevin leaving, and we don't know about Ilkay Gundogan, for example, how crucial is it going to be to sign other players, to recruit this summer? So you're not in this position next season?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Of course, the club is working, but we are not going to have 45 players in the squad. It's unsustainable in terms emotionally for the team. So we have to see. And except Kevin, all the other have in the contract, and we'll see up to the end how they behave, how we are. We're going to see.
Hi Pep. One of the players you'll be coming up against at the weekend is Adam Wharton. How highly do you rate him, and what qualities does he have that make him stand out?
Excellent holding midfielder. Of course, he with the previous manager was in the national team already. The impact has been really good coming for this championship to the Premier League. Really left foot, really good player.
Okay. Set the embargo for 10:30 this evening. Someone to start, please, guys. Yeah.
Thanks.
Masters.
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm happy to hear it.
You have to do it every 3 days, regardless what the scenario is. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi.
Michael, how many days off did that win earn the team?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Only one. Were they happy with that?
I think they were very happy with that. Sometimes after winning, you want to spend the next day in and around the team because you want to share that feeling. But we had a day off, as it was the best way to recover and prepare the game against Brentford.
How did you spend it, watching it over and over again?
No, it was a game. Yeah, it was a game once, and then straight away I went into Brentford. That's the reality.
Has it been hard to bring the players back down to earth?
It's not about bringing them back. It's now maintaining that energy, and that momentum, and using it towards Brentford and the very difficult game that we're going to face today against a team that, when you look what they've done, it's just incredible. It's remarkable. It's a beautiful story. And they have earned it in the way they work, in the way they are organized, in the way they believe, in the way they play. So big credit to them, and it's going to be a really tough test for us.
You might know already, but Thomas Frank was at the Emirates on Tuesday doing his homework. How much respect do you have for him as a manager?
A lot. I mean, more than respect, probably is admiration. I think he's done it in a way. He's done it with a football club that everybody shares the vision, very clear identity, a club, a team that we can learn a lot from, because the way they did it is very, very clever, in my opinion. And then the way he has sustained and evolved as well the model, really well timed, in my opinion. So look at the results that they had away from home in the last 6 matches as well. So we know what is going to require from us to beat them.
Where do you think their main threat comes from, that Brentford team?
That's the thing, that they have many. They are really aggressive in the high press. If they turn the ball over there in transition, they are really good, really well organized. Obviously, when they go really deep, they have runners from deep as well to hurt you in that situation. Any restart of play can become a set piece, and they play from that, and they create a lot of chaos from that. So yeah, you have to be very well prepared.
Alex Gibson. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Obviously, an amazing night at the Emirates the other night, beating Real Madrid 3-0. Is it your team's best ever performance under your management? How would you recreate that mentality over and over again?
I understand, probably in terms of the impact it had worldwide and the context and the manner that we did it, probably the one that the people would talk the most, But at the end, is another game for us, and is still a lot to do. And but I think it's great for us as a team as well to build this moment, those connections, and that history together.
Slightly less fun, semi-automated offside introduced in the Premier League this weekend. Is it a good thing they're coming in now?
Yes, I mean, I think the Champions League is world, and it facilitates the job of all of us and make the game more fair. Welcome.
And you said it's your reality playing every 3 days. Before the Everton match, you rested five players before Real Madrid. Are you tempted to do a similar thing again this weekend?
Well, we'll look at now at how the players have recovered, because not only about this game, it's about the schedule that we have in the next few weeks as well. So, yeah, whoever plays will be very competitive.
Simon, standard.
Mikel, can I just ask, obviously Bukayo and Declan came off early in that Real Madrid game. Are they okay? I know you thought after the game they were. And also, is Ricardo pressing well enough to maybe make this weekend or even the second leg?
Yeah, so with Declan and Bukayo, they are both fit. So it was just a matter of 2 kicks and they recovered well. So they are available for tomorrow. And Ricky's progressing really well. I think to give you a timeline difficult because he needs to step up, especially having more people around and how Dani reacts after that. But he's in a good place, I think.
Just, well, we've spoken a lot how you've got lots of different things you want to do this summer. I just wonder with Ethan and Miles and their futures, how important that ranks on your list of priorities. Obviously, they've got another year left, but also you speak a lot about rewarding players, what they've done, and they've progressed a lot. So how key is it to tie them down?
For sure. I mean, if we have to put energy, the most energy we have to put is making sure that the players that we have with us are happy, they feel valued, they feel very much part of what we are doing, they feel important. And then the rest of the necessities, okay, we can look, especially in our academy first, and then if we cannot do that, elsewhere.
Tom, London.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
I was going to do some maths with you quickly, if that's all right.
Okay.
We saw a video of Kai Havertz stepping up his rehabilitation. It was 104 days since Saka got injured to when he then returned. From the announcement of Havertz's injury, it will be 108 days to the last game of the season. Is there a chance that we could see Kai back?
So we have some extra days there. Let's see, every injury is the same. The mindset of those two, though, very, very similar. Great injury history, great work ethic, desperate to get back playing as quick as possible, and great medical staff as well to look after them. So hopefully we can have him, but let's wait. I think once you get to the last stage of that rehab is when you can understand better how close or far you are to make that next step.
And Simon mentioned there about how you want to make players like Miles and Ethan feel important. Ethan played a lot while Saka was missing and Martinelli was missing as well. With them coming back, he's obviously playing less. How has he dealt with that kind of sudden loads of exposure to minutes and all of a sudden less exposure to minutes?
Well, Miles has played a lot and Ethan has played a lot. I think he started a few days ago against Everton away. I mean, this is the Premier League and we are talking about 17, 18-year-old kids that never played professional football playing that much football, and I'm very happy because they deserve it and they will continue to play.
Sorry this seems random, but Jose Mourinho has come up a few times in this room, like the way he comes across in press conferences, and I was wondering if you were aware of one phrase he used a few years back called football heritage.
Yes.
Heard it. And I was just wondering what your thoughts on that were, because it feels like Arsenal, in terms of Europe and where they are starting to build kind of their own kind of heritage, get into the quarterfinals for back-to-back years, and where do you feel kind of that journey's going?
Well, I would like to use that word related to big trophies more than just qualification for next rounds, but we have to start somewhere. We weren't even in the Champions League for 7 years, so we have to start to build that story, and I think we are in the right track, but yeah, a lot to do.
And with that, do you feel like it's more than just on the players and kind of coaching staff? Is it something that's more, I guess, all around the club?
100%. I mean, those nights like we had the other day, they're going to be remembered for many, many years. And that's the kind of nights that gives you belief, it gives purpose to that competition, it brings joy, and then it prepares you for the next one, because you are waiting to experience a feeling like this again. And that's the most important thing, in my opinion, that people are looking forward to expend these kind of emotions with us.
Okay, last couple in the last section. James from ESPN.
Hi.
Hi.
Just on the title race, Liverpool obviously have this lead at the top, but they've been knocked out of the Champions League. They didn't win the Carabao Cup. Do you take any encouragement from the fact that they are still to get over the line themselves in a
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really long Premier League season, and we all played a lot of matches, and we know how competitive and the margins that most teams win every week, which is by 1 goal. So that means that there is always a chance, but again, it's certainly not in our hands. We have to do is win our football matches, be better in the opposition, and wait what happens. But we want to be there for sure.
And just on Declan, I remember when he started taking corners, you said at the time you identified that as something a while back. Now he's started to bang in free kicks as well. I mean, is he surprised even you with the evolution in his game? I mean, how different a player is he now from the one you signed in 23?
Yes, I mean, I think we bought a player that, you know, it was already made. You know, it was obviously we pay the money that we pay for that reason. But that doesn't mean that that we're going to put a ceiling into him, because we believe that it was a lot of part of his game to develop, a lot of understanding about the game as well to develop, and then it's about him really believing in and taking initiative to do it, because he can do it. I mean, he needs to score more headers, he needs to score more goals, more tap-ins, he needs to score more goals outside the box, and he's able to do that. So he needs to be adding those qualities because he's got them in the locker.
The fans saying that you got him half price.
I don't think so.
Okay, finally live to.
Hi, Mikel. Just a quick one. In Madrid, they are starting to talk and to think about La Remontada, a possible comeback. What are your thoughts and Arsenal thoughts about that?
We have to be focused in what we can do, what we control, and when the time comes, prepare the game, because we know what to expect. And then again, we're going to have to earn it, step up again, and be even better than we were in the first game.
Thank you. Thanks. That finishes the live section. We'll go to 10:30.